Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the Tuesday KVJ After the Show podcast. Hello, everybody. Thank you for all the things you've been sending in here, from emails to packages. You're seeing what all we got going on here. Just so much excitement.
Yeah, what's in the box?
I don't know. Let's hope it's not a head like in the movie Seven.
You know what, though?
Would you be mad if it was a head?
Well, I'd feel bad for the
I don't know
person.
if upset would be like, mad would be the right word.
Upset, I would be upset for the person that got killed, but I think it would do very well. I think it would help with the numbers.
I mean, if we can't go viral with a head,
I
we're
quit.
never going viral.
At that point, I'm like, all right, y'all, you guys got this.
I hate you, TikTok.
I don't get this world of viral. I thought a severed head would work.
Severed head should work.
You'd think.
I mean, it's not like you severed it.
No, it's true.
You would never, by the way, just for the record.
No.
I'm sure, though, in the history of humanity, someone's mailed a head.
Oh, definitely. Now I got to know what's in the box.
I don't know. Let's take a look here. Virginia, it is not your bakery.
Not your bakery. Oh, is this like a...
Oh, it's Delta 8 stuff. Delta
Pot.
8 Georgia peach rings. Now, look, Denny's can explain what all this is. I don't know. Delta 8, is that what you would consider pot?
Yeah, you can buy that at I believe you can buy that at gas stations and stuff.
Oh, fake pot?
Can you buy that at gas stations? Yeah, so it's fake pot.
If you can buy it at a gas station, it's not strong enough for me.
Yeah, that's that hemp-derived THC, the Delta 8. So THC is Delta 9, which is what gives you the psychoactive properties.
It's little bitch pot.
It gives you the body high. So it's really good if you are trying to, like, for sleep, it's great. Relaxation, it would work.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
It's very nice.
It's very nice. But if you want to...
Not your... Yeah, it's not your bakery, so it's, I guess, Michael and Casey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
It has like treats in it? What is it, like gummies and treats?
It's got like some gummies and different things there. And yeah, I will definitely give it a try to see, what level it is on.
I'll try it.
It's all been
I
in
think
my...
this would be a great spot for Kevin to try these things because they're not quite as extreme as the edibles. You could eat just a little bit too much. You're like, oh my God. But these ones, I feel...
Baby steps.
Yeah, these ones you'll just fall asleep.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got everything in here. 2-gram disposables. What do you think that would be?
So it's a vape pen, Delta 8 vape pen.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
you
it's-
can
it's
take like
all-
3 puffs.
Okay. And then here's a flour pre-roll.
Pre-roll Delta 8s. Again, it gives you that relaxation.
Huh.
Okay.
Is that actual weed?
No, I
No.
think it's all Delta 8.
I don't know the difference.
So what is this stuff then? It's from a different plant?
I think it's hemp-derived THC. So the Delta 9 is what causes the high feeling, right? So this one is the Delta 8. So when you smoke weed, you get Delta 8, Delta 9. This is the high part taken out, so it gives you kind of just the body vibes and kind of the relaxation, minus
okay.
any of the
Yeah.
psychoactive stuff.
I think that's what Kevin's looking for.
Yeah.
That's
it
what I'm
is.
saying. So
It is.
He doesn't want to be all effed up.
well, the cool thing I'd say about the Delta 8 is it would take a lot for like a chronic user to feel, but for a regular person, I mean, you could take one of those and that would probably relax you.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what
So
they're
Jay
saying.
Bird, you
yeah.
don't want it.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, for chronic users, you probably want something a little bit.
Do we have a Delta 10?
It's kind of like when they told me, oh, you got to try the St. John's wort. It'll just be great for your sleep. And I was up for 3 days.
Not because of the St. John's, just because of just normal.
Well, the St. John's wort didn't do diddly shit to me.
Yeah, okay, so he sent everything from ring gummies, regular gummies, to disposable, another kind of disposable, and pre-rolls. So
Oh, you
all that
are
kind of
good to
stuff.
go, my man.
Yeah, and he's got a nice little description of what each does.
It's a starter kit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt. I appreciate that. That really is awesome because, yeah, that might be where I'm set with all this.
You're not looking to get a big buzz on.
Well, don't
No.
speak for Kevin.
No, it's not why I do it.
I speak
but,
for
yeah.
you too. It's what I do. I'm a woman.
Yeah, I've been doing the edibles for the sleep, and honestly, it's not even debatable when I'm doing them. I just sleep better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do relax you because so when I first went up to New York with Jen's family, they made the dispensaries became legal, so you could go get it. But so many people wanted it, you couldn't even get any in the stores. They couldn't keep up with the
They
demand.
sold out.
So I saw the Delta 8, and I go, you know what? Let me give it a shot. I mean, I had to smoke a lot I would
He smoked a
eventually.
tree.
Yeah, I mean, it was nonstop.
He bought the store.
But I mean, I think I crushed half a pen in one day. It was just I was doing as much, but you could get high from it. It would just take a lot.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But it's yeah. I mean, then one of her friends came over and brought a joint. I took half a rip and I was like, oh my god, I'm so high. This is amazing. You know,
Okay,
it really
yeah,
it's such a
yeah.
difference in my opinion. But the Delta 8 really is good for relaxation.
Okay. I got an email here that says, I am interested in learning more about your edible experience, Kev. I am the same age as you, but a woman. I have progressively had worse and worse sleep over the past year to where I feel like I am functioning at 50%.
Wow.
Yesterday, I was near a smoke shop and I bought 600 Mega Delta 8 gummies for sleep. I plan to try them this weekend. My questions are, how much allotted time are you giving yourself? So do you not wake up groggy? I've got kids and I have to drive everywhere, so mama cannot afford to be a zombie. Also, do you know how many milligrams you are taking? I, too, am not a user of marijuana, so I would imagine it would hit me similar as it hits you. Tired in Pembroke Pines. Yeah, I've had different kinds. I don't always pay attention. At first, when I was doing it, I was paying attention to what the milligrams were on it. Now it's just pretty much whatever I get. They seem to be standard. I'm taking just whatever, one gummy. And I started on the weekend and gave myself 10 hours. Now, last weekend, Friday and Saturday night, I took a gummy, went to bed. I slept 11 hours both nights.
Wow. Man, I
it's
haven't done that
amazing.
since I was 6 months old.
I don't know the last time I had slept that much back-to-back nights. It probably was 30 years.
Did you feel like you hibernated?
I felt great. Yeah, I hadn't felt so good on a Monday.
Man,
It
what
was
the
nice.
shit does that
it was
feel
so
like?
good. It feels
Good
amazing.
gosh.
It really it's life changing, and so that was awesome. So now I know, I can even give it 7 hours. I typically try to give myself 8 to 9 if I can to take it and then get up. But yeah, I'm not. At least on the batch I got right now, I've woken up and I'm not groggy at all. So
No, because it would wear off before you wake up in a lot of cases, especially if you're taking a small dose.
yeah, and I'll tell you honestly, it's something you can power through easier than when you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm dog ass tired. I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, having a little bit of, okay, maybe I'm still a little chill. That's a lot easier to deal with than dealing with, I am so tired I can't even focus or see straight.
Yeah, I tend to not really find marijuana to make me that groggy, even if I abuse the heck out of it into the night.
I
I
would
tend
agree
to
with
still
that.
wake up fine.
Yeah.
Me too.
It doesn't seem to.
I think with all of this stuff, whether it's alcohol or even fucking vitamins, everything hits everyone differently.
That's true.
And in one time to the next time, it can hit you differently based on where you are in your chemical flow. Like one week it'll hit you one way, and then 2 weeks later it'll hit you different. And it could be the same poison.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I'd always just start small. I mean, it's probably the best way. I think they typically are dosed out in 10 milligrams, sometimes 20s.
Yeah.
I mean, I would take a 10, and
Yeah.
I would take it an hour before bed.
Yeah.
Start with the small stones, my friend, and that's how you move the mountain eventually.
Oh, okay.
And if you find the one works fine, then I would keep it at that.
Okay.
And if you don't, then I would bump it up to the 2, and then I would, again, try it for a night first. I wouldn't just jump into 5 or 6.
Okay. All right.
It's
Well,
Dr. Denny's right there.
No, it's good. Honestly, I'm telling you, it's the more people are using it, the more people it gets normalized and a little bit more in the mainstream. I think people are finding the true benefits of it. And, if some people are finding that, hey, it helps you sleep, I realistically, because I did a week on, a week off, see if I noticed a difference. It was a pretty big difference.
We watched this old school movie from the 80s where it's a propaganda movie about the dangers of weed. It's such a funny movie because by the end of the movie, you go, holy shit, they made smoking weed seem so cool. They did the complete opposite of what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
It is true. But yeah, the Delta 8s I think are going to get way more popular because it's a lot of people don't want to move into the THC. It's
Yeah.
a little bit too big of a step.
I'm not sure that I actually like the feeling of being high.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
sure I'm
understand
there.
that.
Yeah.
I can absolutely understand that.
Like I get that, and it's not for every time and for every part of the day either. You know,
Yeah.
if it's at nighttime, going to bed, that might
Right.
hit you the best time. There's some people that wake up immediately
Yeah.
and they smoke the entire day.
Yeah. Did you say you ran into my son's friend?
Yeah.
He has a shop open here now?
The Vitacan right there. It's at Community and Military.
Okay.
It looks like they adopted an old bank, so it's kind of cool. You roll up and you put your order. If you put your order in ahead of time, you just send them over your card. They scan it and then they send you back a tube with what you want to purchase.
In the drive-thru?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You don't have to get out of your car?
Don't even have to get out of your car.
And it's the medical
Damn.
marijuana. It's the legit THC stuff and everything?
Medical marijuana. It's got a great lobby too. You can walk in there and there's a team ready to help you.
And Cannon hangs out in there? He knows the guy?
This is my older son.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, Cannon, really?
Yeah.
Because if he's just doing this at a bank, this would be on the low down.
Yeah. So
This is highly illegal.
they converted an old bank into a dispensary.
Although that would make traffic pick up at your SunTrust.
I'm sure in the history of banks, they've had somebody dealing drugs through the tube
I used to
thingy.
deal through the Blockbuster.
You did it through Blockbuster
Yeah.
and putting it right in the movies, which is brilliant.
So they come in to get a Friday movie. Back then it was cassettes. They were just transitioning from cassettes. Half the store had transitioned from cassettes to DVDs. And the cassettes were so big, I would just slide an eighth in there and close it, and they would put the money into the return slot where you return your movies.
Yeah.
And I would just
brilliant.
walk over there and grab it, and that's
Oh,
how we
that's
did
awesome.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I sold
You're a
weed out
man of
there.
innovation.
Yeah. Well, if you go into the Dank Bank there, you can go and ask for Chris.
Yeah.
He's a solid dude.
It's a great spot too, and they have a lot of cool things. I'm trying out a bunch of different stuff because as I'm entering into fatherhood, I'm trying not to be taking giant dab rips, like blowing giant clouds out.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I've been weaning and I've been trying different things. I tried out some tinctures. I bought the droplets.
Yeah.
They're dosed out droplets. Those work pretty darn
Different ways
well.
to infuse it so it's not so pronounced.
Yeah, I just throw it
Yeah.
into a glass of water, squirt it under your tongue, and that's pretty cool. I also bought some their marijuana tablets, dosed out to 20 milligrams a tablet. So I've been kind of dabbling to see how much I could take. What I'm trying to do is either limit the amount that I smoke, because if as far as smoking goes, I don't really want to do it anywhere near the vicinity of the house, right? I'm trying to clean up the place a little bit. So
Cleaning up my act.
cleaning up my act a little bit.
Yeah.
So I trying out the pills and stuff, and just trying out how they hit you different. They're all a little bit different from each other.
Okay.
Because I've been a pretty avid smoker for a long time, and so then I transitioned from smoking to concentrates, which got rid of the inhaling smoke. It switched it then to that vapor that everybody's into, which is, I think they use a medium of, it's some sort of marijuana-derived medium they use for the goo, and that one works pretty well. It's helped a lot with any sort of, if you smoke a lot, it's really, smoking's
Bad.
not really great for your lungs.
Right. Yeah.
And as far as the vapor goes, it seems like it's not great. Anything besides oxygen is not great for your lungs, but it is better than
Not
the
as
smoke.
harsh.
It's not as harsh, and it's
Yeah.
not as damaging, I guess, on the back end, at least from what the studies they have now. So I'm trying to move that to just droplets and pills. And it's cool. They dose them out, everything, and it's really crazy how they've gotten it now.
Yeah.
Because I find the doses to be pretty exact.
And it's okay with your tummy if you take a pill? Like it doesn't mess with you, make like a nausea or anything?
None of that. In fact, I take it on an empty stomach to try to, because otherwise, if you eat a meal and then take any edibles, it's going to take an hour or so, or 3 hours. It depends on how slow your metabolism is.
Gotcha.
For it to
It's
kick
like
in.
that for any pill.
It messes
Yes, exactly.
It, it can mess it
Mama
up.
knows that.
Exactly. So, I mean, even if you're taking allergy pills, if I do it on an empty stomach, I can feel it kick in within 15 minutes. And the marijuana pill works exactly the same, in my opinion.
Oh, that's
I can
great.
feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It
And then
is, yeah.
What I'm trying to do now is figure out the spacing on dosing, how often. Because if it starts to diminish and then you take another one, you got a little bit of a ride before that'll kick back in. You'll feel it actually dip away before it comes back. So you're trying to find that.
Yeah, that's why I say anybody who's getting into the game and you know nothing about it, it's nice to have a marijuana consultant that can walk you through and say, hey, try these. Here's how you ramp up. Notice how you feel. And does it ever affect, like maybe if you have food in your system, does that ever affect?
Yeah, he just said that.
Yeah,
Body-
it makes
body
it take a
chemistry and
little
all
bit
that?
longer to kick in, I find.
Yeah,
I don't think it
body chemistry, yeah.
affects the effects of it as much. I don't notice, at least.
Yeah.
I noticed it.
Yeah.
I felt like if you got a lot of food in your stomach, it can change the entire.
It's
round.
not as strong.
Not near in my personal
Yeah.
case. Yeah, there'll be
Right.
times when you take one and go, did I even take that?
Changes everything.
I feel like I owe you $29.99 for this master class.
Yeah.
I know, it's good.
You-
Everybody needs
you
it.
really could do a master class.
But if you're not into, because I know everybody thinks marijuana, they think smoking. That's the only way. Everybody's like a bong or a bowl. But it really, nowadays, I'm trying out all the new stuff, the cutting edge stuff, just because I'm curious about it. Just the fact that we have it now.
Don't ever lose your curiosity, kid.
You know, you got to get excited about things.
It goes for anything. It'll suit you well as you're older.
Yeah. All right, got a bunch of other emails here. Michael's got one about Do It Bitch. His suggestion is as you pick the name of the person who's going to be your partner, the same person should pick from another hat 2 pieces of paper. Will it be the gambler or the guesser? So, yeah, I mean, we kind of had that suggestion, you know. Maybe
have.
we'll see. We'll see.
Because right now, I think we're just playing to win, and everybody is playing to win.
Yeah, it might be something where we even stop suggesting that. Maybe we just have a rotation where, you know, hey, it's this week Virginia and this partner, and she's going to be the gambler. So we could, you know, maybe make that up where it always rotates so everybody does it evenly.
Because Suits might just be unbeatable as the guesser.
And the randomest of topics.
You gotta understand too, when someone becomes great, he's on the top of the mountain. Well, some motherfuckers want to knock him down off that mountain. That's what happens.
I hear you, yeah.
So I want a piece of Suits.
Okay.
You did today.
I
tried.
I want more.
He ate your ass for lunch.
Yeah, we might set it up. Maybe that'll be what it is, where it'll all rotate evenly between who's partners with whom, and then who's going to be gambler and who's not.
I love it.
Maybe we'll do that. Try it out for next week.
We love it.
Sounds good.
Whatever you want to do, we'll love it.
Brittany,
Me and Friar Crotch love it.
Brittany said, I'm a lifetime listener and huge fan. Can't imagine starting my day without you guys. I go back and listen to old shows. We don't have new ones. And that said, after watching the Do It Bitch from today, I was laughing my ass off, and I find myself in a state of such disbelief as I have so many times before. I just can't believe you guys get paid for this. You guys
Agreed.
put in that work, so I'm appreciative, but I'm just a little jealous because my job isn't nearly as fun.
Just get great points.
You do.
Rhonda said, yes, just wanted to give my thoughts on the Grammys. I've watched the Grammys since I was a little girl back in the 70s with my mom. Why in the world were the American Music Awards open with an Espanol opening like that? There was no interaction with English or American at all. You talking about the Grammys? I'm very diverse. I love all races of all humanity, but I guarantee you that the Latino Grammys would never open with an American singer in English. My point is, America is no longer the America that it was. Well, that's very true. It's not. Numbers are changing.
So what's the? I don't get what they're mad because the Grammys opened up with a Latin number. Is that what
with
they're
a
mad
Latin
about?
number, yeah. And it's like they got their own Latin Grammys. Keep Bad Bunny only on the Latin Grammys.
You may not want to talk.
Well, it's to me, I find it fascinating because there are a lot of people that do get very upset with anything in the Spanish. When I played the full version of that Shakira song in Spanish, people there were a lot of really upset people, and to me, I don't get upset because I think it's awesome. I want to learn Spanish. I like learning about new cultures, and I think it's always fascinating when I've seen people from Germany, Japan, a Spanish country. And there's an American or English artist that's on stage and they know every single word. I'm like, that's really kind of cool. So to me, when I'm exposed to a new language, I don't necessarily think that somebody's trying to change me or they're trying to keep me down. I look at it as a new experience and I'm exposed to something fresh and I might learn something and expand my horizons and my vision of the world.
And I might have fun doing it.
People were mad that you played the full Shakira version. Because
Yeah, there were some people very passionately mad. Yeah,
They were saying what? Because they go,
is it a Spanish station?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and hey, I will tell you. I mean, in South Florida, where our station is based, you've got the numbers are pretty high. I think in Miami, it's like 65% of people are maybe just solely Spanish, and here it's I think at least like 60%, 50 or 60% in Palm Beach County are at least bilingual. And I think it's about maybe 30% now that are Spanish only.
Well, Kevin, it's obvious. You have a Mexican wife. You're pushing a Hispanic agenda. We see you.
I do push a Hispanic agenda. I really do.
Well, it's become political. We all know Kevin is a Republican. Man, the witch is right, dog. Don't read the comments. Fucking A, man.
Why can't we appreciate other cultures and dance along to music we don't understand?
Yeah.
Nothing makes my hips move more than a Latin song. Can I get an amen?
Amen. And it's just odd what makes people mad,
Why
man.
you mad? Why you mad?
Well, I know she's probably going to hate this because Carolyn said, hey, I was on my cruise ship and we picked up some Cuban refugees, and there's a photo. Oh, that's
She's really going to hate that.
Yeah, she's really going to hate that. So,
God.
yeah.
It's a great picture, though.
Yeah, it is
That
a great picture. What an
is.
exciting moment
Holy
that is.
moly.
She's going to hate that. And then Richard, who said, Patrick Mahomes is white and Lebanese, not black. NFL using black on black history so young black fans will tune in. One of the big lines that they keep talking about with the quarterbacks for the Super Bowl on Sunday, the first time it's two black quarterbacks ever facing off. And so this has got him upset. He said there's 1 hour for the show, maybe 2 hours. Love you guys to be good. Yeah. You know,
I thought he was mixed. He's not?
he says he's white and Lebanese, not black. So I don't know Patrick Mahomes' makeup. I know his dad was a professional baseball player, and I know he's got an annoying brother and wife. But other than that,
His brother is super annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we mad about with this one now?
I think he's mad that they're not really two legit black quarterbacks, and so he's
And the
upset with
media's-
them trying to
the media's
label it as
portraying
two
it as-
black
gotcha.
quarterbacks. Look, they want to do that. What? I mean, they're always going to try to find some angle to make it sound good.
Well, the media loves.
Who even cares?
The media loves getting people all mad about race. They just love it and get it. People just they love to do it.
They ain't gonna get me. I'm happy for the
Yeah.
kid. It don't matter what he is. Y'all,
Yeah.
come on.
Remy said, "Yeah, why don't we stop looking at race period?" And I agree. That's the way I look at it. I mean, when I heard it, I was like, okay. I mean, that's great. I'm sure some people feel empowered. It's a new day in America and all that kind of good stuff. But
It says on his bio he's from Texas.
yeah,
He's Texan to me.
yeah, he went to I think it was Texas Tech. That's where he was from, college. But that's about all I know. So again, all this stuff doesn't bother me.
Yeah, there's nothing on here. I guess I got to go look on his Wikipedia. It doesn't say what his race is.
Okay, well. I got an email here from Michael. He said, in the wake of the earthquakes that hit Syria and Turkey, crazy to think that the death toll is up to 6,000. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Awful. And the aftershocks. They were trying to clean up, and then all of a sudden they got hit again.
Didn't that always happen with the old earthquakes? They always say brace for that second
They do.
round. The aftershocks could happen.
It's so not fair.
No, you never know. And just looking at the devastation, what was going on there. I mean, you remember when we had, was it Surfside, where the condo came down?
Yes.
And the people were trapped in that. I mean, that's the whole city. It's like 1,000 of those, or maybe more, that have gone on. They even showed there was a new building that they just constructed, a new apartment community, and they bragged and built themselves and sold themselves on how we were built to withstand earthquakes. And half of the building, it collapsed. The whole base of it collapsed.
No way.
Yeah, it's just it's devastating. It's unreal, and it's terrifying. They're having to quiet people down, because I mean, imagine people are crying and they're devastated and they're trying to hear. It's very key that they can hear what's going on because they're trying to clear out rubble. So we've sent a lot of Americans over there from different parts of the country that are experts in this kind of stuff, trying to remove that. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's terrifying. It gives you no appreciation for earthquakes.
Yeah, it does.
I've always been afraid of
fear
them.
I think that's the scare. Earthquakes and the tornadoes, to me, are way scarier than a hurricane.
Well, because you have time to prepare for a hurricane.
Exactly.
Tornadoes, they just kind of jump out at you, and I get why they're horrifying. The earthquake is really scary because you feel like Mother Earth is just, her fucking stomach is grumbling and plates are shifting. I don't know. It's alarming.
I've been through a few of the earthquakes, and they didn't concern me ultimately because I wasn't in a place where like a building would come down on top of me. The one of them that I noticed, I was in a 1-story building, so it was just kind of like, whoa, okay. And I didn't think that it was going to be anything that big. You know, they have frequent. This was in Central California, and so they get a good bit of hurricanes there or earthquakes. Sorry. So I've been through like 2 or 3 when I was in California, but nothing to this level. You know, not all earthquakes are created the same. And Michael had said, yeah, I've been through tornadoes in Kentucky, hurricanes here, never experienced an earthquake or have seen a volcano. Yeah, what ones have you guys seen, and which one would you be more fearful of or the most fearful of? Yeah, I think it really just kind of depends on where you are. I mean, after seeing, man, I got a whole new appreciation after seeing the footage for that. If you're in, you know, an urban area and one of those places that is known for serious earthquakes, that'd be terrifying.
It would be. Well, I was just watching a tornado special about the place out in Kansas. It's always known for tornadoes. That whole area just constantly gets hit with tornadoes.
Yeah.
Why would you want to live there? I would do everything in my power to go, maybe let's get in a less tornado-y area.
Right.
Only because it would make me, I think I have sleep problems now.
Mm-hmm. You have to have an underground bunker if you live there. Like, there's just no 2 ways around it.
Yeah, those bunkers, I'm sure you could kind of trick them out a little bit in modern day.
Hell yeah, you could.
Make a kind of cozy down there.
Yeah.
You're not going to be down there for very long.
No,
That's the thing.
It's not like with a hurricane or something like that where you'd be down there for a while. You'd be down there just for the couple minutes and then
exactly
you get out. And I think the scariest thing about any kind of tornado would be just having one at night and it's 2 or 3 in the morning and you just hear the noise and you can't see anything.
Well, hopefully you hear that siren first, and then you hear what sounds like a train, they say, coming at you, and then you get in the underground bunker.
But
I think some people are so far in the country, though, that they don't get that siren.
Yeah, the sirens aren't going to be for everybody.
They don't get the siren?
Shit, let's say a tornado broke out in my neighborhood. I don't think I'm getting no siren. I don't think I'm going to hear anything. I think I'm just going to have to...
No, you go through Kansas, Oklahoma, parts of Texas there in the Hurricane Alley. Yeah, I mean, people are out. You may be 10 miles from a neighbor in some of those places.
The only
so they're not
sirens...
going to have, a lot of times they don't have their own horn.
They give sirens to golfers. As soon as the siren comes out, they're supposed to get off the golf course.
Oh, yeah.
Because the lightning or a possible whatever. They never listen.
We have that behind our house. They do not listen.
Golfers
They
will
golf
not.
on.
They will never
All
listen.
right, get hit by lightning then, you dumbass.
Yeah, somebody in the chat room mentioned a tsunami. That would be crazy, too. Just
That one's
That
rough.
would be rough. And they say if that shelf in the Canary Islands goes, Florida's fucked.
I just watched one of those Kiss Your Ass Goodbye specials, and it really is horrifying. And I can't articulate exactly what the guy was saying. There's some scientists going on talking about it, but there's this one thing that if this happens within 24 hours, everything's gone.
Damn.
And it's a slow yet quick, awful death.
yeah, it's a really delicate balance. I mean, when you just consider, where you are, don't get too cocky.
Don't get too cocky.
I watched that going, man, we have gotten so cocky with everything as a species.
Don't get so cocky, y'all.
Well, there's been at least 7 wipeouts of, they think, the Earth has gone through some shit at least 7 times.
Respect Mother Nature.
Yeah.
She don't play.
Mother Nature don't give a shit.
Or about you.
One text said the volcano eruption they had in Guatemala was horrific. The toxic smoke got them and they just stayed frozen. People died instantly.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, there are all these different little nuances of all these disasters that you may think, whatever, mudslide, what's a big deal? And then you realize, oh, wow, if you were sitting there and there's heavy mud that is, coming down on top of you, how terrifying that would be. You would drown in just mud.
Well, me and Dennis are talking just about kind of this stuff yesterday, and we're always fed. They feed us a bunch of stuff. You think everything's okay and nothing's gonna ever go away.
Yeah.
But let's just say if there was a situation where the internet, we just lost the power of the internet, and they don't know when it's coming back.
Because of a Chinese spy
Just
balloon.
whatever the case is, our lives would change so drastically.
Instantly.
I'm talking about a situation where the internet's done for a year. They go, we think it's gone for a year, maybe 2.
Yeah, right.
We're so fucked. Aren't we?
Yeah, there's a lot of things out there. There's so many different ways that your whole life and the normalcy of it could just be flipped upside down in an instant.
Well, we just think the internet's never going to go away. We're always going to have the internet, Virginia.
We've created all these man-made things that are sabotageable, and our lives could be ruined in an instant.
And that was the special I watched, and this is what would happen to send humanity back into the dark ages.
But happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah.
I was watching it and I hated it, but I also loved it.
You
at the
couldn't
same.
stop.
I couldn't go. Fuck! The Earth is gonna eat itself. Shit! Turn it up.
And then they hit you with a solar flare, and
Oh my god!
that's a
24 hours of pure hell, Virginia. They said.
yeah. It's tough, man. That's why you just count your blessings every day.
Yeah. Order a pizza.
That's it.
Drink a shot.
That's it, because you never know. All right, thank you for all the thought-provoking emails. Send them in to us, mail at kvjshow.com. You'll have a good day.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.